Ever turn your AC on only to have like a mildew, musty smell come at you? Well, spraying stuff in the vent that's supposed to kill the mildew and mold, that's not really the solution. That's just a Band-Aid. What we're going to get into is how to fix that properly and make sure it goes away. So all those air freshener things on that vent, boys, there are a lot in there. That's just a temporary fix. But if you want to fix it correctly, you want to go to 1aauto.com for all your car part needs. And we're going to get into it, what caused that problem and what part you do need to fix it. Now, we've all been around cars, especially where you've been outside. I've had my mother, maybe your mother, your wife. They do this, right? When you open the hood, they have to pick at all the leaves and they throw them on the ground. Well, they should be doing that, but you should do it more often, because what this does is it gets all in these vents and it falls down inside the heater box. And what's in that heater box other than heat is also AC, and it's called an evaporator. And that evaporator is a big aluminum core, just like a heater core. Heater core is about this thin, evaporator is about this thick. And all the freon goes through there and it blows that nice cold air on you, right? So after it sits for the season, and all this debris has settled down inside that heater box. And it's on the outside. It's on this side, not the firewall inside, but the outside. And it causes like a mulch, just like you're composting stuff in your lawn out on the edge of your property. Well, that's what it's doing inside. So it gets all this mildew, musty smell to it. And then season comes, you turn that AC on. You're like, whoa, what is that smell? Oh, I need to change my cabin air filter, right? So you take it out, and you're like, oh, it doesn't look that bad, but you put it one in, you think you solved it. Well, you didn't. You go do some reading, call people you might know, and they go, oh, there's a spray that you can spray inside that vent, and that's going to clean that evaporator. It gets all that mildew off. Well, that's just a Band-Aid. So unfortunately, you're going to have to replace that evaporator to do this job correctly, not put a Band-Aid on it. So here is an evaporator. In case you didn't know what one looked like, I wanted to show you. So it almost looks like a radiator, right? It's got all these little fins in here that the air goes through and cools down. Now, this is where all the leaves and the pine needles get stuck, because it's in a plastic box like this, sealed. And this is where the inlets come from the engine area. That's where the freon goes through. But in those inlet boxes, all the debris comes through that blow motor opening, the outside vent opening, and it will settle down in here. And these little fins, boy, they like to collect that dirt. Then it gets all musty and moldy, and the smell. That's what it is. So now imagine I'm putting spray in there and I'm supposedly cleaning it. Well, I'm not getting the dirt out with that, but it's just supposed to go inside this aluminum fin, and it kind of like cleans house a little bit, but it's not really solving the problem. So here is a great example of what I meant by trees and parking under trees and what happens to them. And all the leaves and the little seedlings of the branches and stuff fall down in that vent area, and it wreaks havoc. It gets into that heater box. If you can't avoid this situation, then what you want to do is make sure you do a regular cleaning, like clean it, maybe once a month if you can. Get to know your car a little bit better, open the hood, and get all this stuff out of it. Don't let it sit in there. Man, this car is really bad. It's got a lot in there. Look at all of this. Well, it looks like I've got a big job ahead of me to clean that out, because I don't want it to get down in that heater box. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell, because it turns on all your notifications so you won't miss any future videos. Thanks for watching. Ugh, what a mess. I gotta check all the cars now to make sure that this isn't in every car up here. You can grow some trees out of here.